There are two places in the body that you will very often find tension that will get in the way of your singing. And those two places are in your jaw and in your tongue. Of course, tension can appear anywhere in the body and will cause problems. But in the jaw and in the tongue, that is where we find the most common forms of tension. And having tension in your jaw or in your tongue can cause a myriad of problems. Like you can have difficulty singing high notes. You can have difficulty singing certain vowels clearly. You can have difficulty making it through long phrases, or have difficulty singing melismas easily and quickly. So the thing is that what you want to do is you want to combat it as much as possible and address it when you can, okay? So tongue and jaw tension are actually very, very common. Maybe, well, I don't actually know one singer that I've ever worked with that has not had it in some form. Okay, so it's common and it's something that need to be addressed. So I'm going to just give you just a couple of little things to think about when you're talking about trying to get rid of jaw and tongue tension. Let's start with the jaw, okay? So when you sing, your jaw should just hang and relaxed directly below your upper jaw. Okay, your lower jaw should just hang below your upper jaw, okay? And that there is this feeling that when your jaw is just hanging there, it sort of feels like it's down and slightly back, okay? So what you don't want is you don't want to have your jaw protrude forward. Okay, so in profile, you don't want that. Okay? Because what happens is that when your jaw is protruding forward, it pulls your soft palate down a little bit, and therefore you can't open your throat as much as you need to. Okay? Also, a tight jaw is going to keep you from reaching high notes because you cannot lift your soft palate. Okay, so the thing is that what you want to do is you just want to be very, very aware of what it is that your jaw is doing as you're singing. Okay, and obviously it's made even more difficult when you have to sing words and your jaw is constantly opening and closing. Okay, but the thing is that what you have to do is you have to make sure that no matter what words that you are singing, you are keeping your jaw as relaxed and open as possible. So one of the things that you can do is you can take your thumbs and just put your thumbs right in the place where your upper jaw and your lower jaw meet and press in there. And when you do that, you'll find that your jaw naturally just drops open, okay? It just, you feel it just dropping open. And so what you can do is you can actually massage that area while you're singing, and then that will help you keep your jaw open and relaxed, okay? Now, another place that you can massage, believe it or not, is up here at your temple areas, because up at your temple areas is another place where the muscles meet to control your jaw. So if you control at your temples, you can feel that that jaw will relax more. Okay? The other thing that you can do is you can make sure that when you are singing, try to just move your jaw back and forth. If you feel like your jaw gets stuck in one way or another, then you're going to find that that's where tension lives. So you got to work that area out. Okay? The other thing that you can do is when you do vocal exercises, try to make sure that you are really expanding open your jaw in a natural way. Don't just open your jaw as much as possible. That's not going to help you. But if you expand it in a natural way, like do an exercise that actually causes you to sort of chew a little bit. Jaw, 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 jaw. So then you're actually feeling it release open as you do it. I just made that up, jaw, 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 but it actually works. Okay? So those are a couple of things that you can do to combat any kind of tension that you have in your jaw. Now, your tongue is a different story. Okay? Because the thing is that sometimes we don't actually even know that we have tongue tension until a problem occurs. Okay? The thing to know about tongue tension is that the impetus for any tension in the tongue will always come from the back of the tongue. Okay? So if you have any tension in the front of your tongue, then it is because the back of your tongue is grabbing. And when the back of your tongue grabs, what happens is that it makes the back of your tongue a little fatter, and that actually closes up your throat. So your throat is not open enough to allow your voice to be free the way that you want it to be. So what we've got to do is we've got to make sure that the back of our tongue is always as relaxed as possible. Stable and relaxed as possible. That means you don't want to depress the back of your tongue unnaturally, and you don't want to lift the back of your tongue unnaturally. Okay? We just want the back of our tongue to stay as flat and wide as possible. Some ways to actually notice if you have jaw tension is that if the tip of your tongue is being pulled back while you're singing, like this, then that's telling you that you have tongue tension, because it's the back of the tongue that has to engage in order to get the tip of your tongue to move back. Okay? Some other places where you will find that tongue tension comes into play is like when you're singing certain consonants. Like if you sing L, the tip of your tongue has to move up to the roof of your mouth to create that L. Well, again, the back of your tongue is engaging in order to control the tip of your tongue. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are not allowing the back of your tongue to get too tight. As a matter of fact, what I suggest my students do when they are singing an L is instead of singing an L with the tip of their tongue, they sing an L with that part of their tongue, the middle part of their tongue. La, 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 hallelujah, hallelujah. You can still hear that I'm singing an L. It's perfectly fine. But what happens is that the tip of my tongue is down by the front of my teeth, or by the back of the bottom teeth, right? And the middle of my tongue is curled slightly forward, which ensures that the back of my tongue is flat and wide. Okay? So that makes sure that as I'm singing those L's, it's not causing any tension to creep in. Okay? Now, there are lots of exercises that you can do in order to try to combat tongue tension. One of my favorite exercises is actually to stick your tongue out and hum on a 5-tone scale. So what I'm doing there is I'm getting the back of my tongue to flatten out because I'm moving that tongue forward so the back can't grab and hold up. Okay? So my tongue is forward, sticking out of my mouth, and the back of my tongue is nice and flat. And then from there, what you can do is you can actually follow that up with the 5 Italian vowels without taking a breath, making sure that the back of your tongue feels the same. So it's okay? So the back of my tongue did not change positions when I started singing the vowel. So now I'm getting used to how it feels to keep the back of my tongue nice and open and relaxed while I sing those vowels, okay? There's one more exercise that I'm going to show you that I got from the voice teacher David Jones, a New York voice teacher, David Jones. And actually, I'm going to tell you, I hate this exercise. I absolutely hate it, but it's a good one for tongue tension. And what it is that basically you sing digga, 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 as fast as you possibly can, up and down a 5-tone scale. So the exercise is digga, 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 D. Okay? So you do that as fast as you can, up and down your scale. Okay? And if all of a sudden your tongue starts tripping over itself, that tells you that's where your tongue tension is. And so you can either continue to try to work it out in that exercise or try a new exercise that will address that particular area of your scale with that tongue tension. Okay? And that can help. All right, so here's to no tension in your jaw or your tongue. Good luck.